This is something which was written by Pete McMartin of the Vancouver Sun, and it captures what most Canadians feel right now. It's called Farewell, My American Cousin, and I thought I'd just record this because it's so well written, and all credit obviously goes to Pete McMartin and the Vancouver Sun. Goodbye, America. It's been nice knowing you. Goodbye, New York and your Jewish delicatessens with corned beef sandwiches stacked as high as your skyline. Goodbye, Detroit, my boyhood neighbor, and so long to Tiger Stadium, the Detroit Institute of Arts, and Motown. Goodbye, Bellingham, Seattle, and Portland. How I'll miss my Cascadian cousins with our shared Pacific sensibilities. And while I'm at it, goodbye to the cheap gas and shoreline cottages of Point Roberts, America's appendix dangling just below the border not a mile from me. What was once so close has never been so far. Goodbye, Stag Leap's Pinot Noir, Maker's Mark Bourbon, and Hebrew National hot dogs. My taste buds mourn. Goodbye to the cowards on both sides of the border who have demonstrated that whatever fidelity to democratic ideals they profess to have extends only as far as their self-interest. They should get a real job, say in a chain gang. Goodbye to anyone, again, on both sides of the border who bends the knee to Trump rather than standing up to him, as any self-respecting person would and should, and telling him to piss off. Goodbye to a culture that demands we bend the knee. Goodbye, languid vacations in Maui and Palm Springs. My next winter vacation will be in a sunny climate other than any America can offer, and preferably in a country that the US has treated as disdainfully as mine. I have more than a few to pick from. Most painful of all, goodbye to my American friends, some of whom I have known all my life and some of whom I've collected along the way. I can cross your border, but no longer wish to. Your narcissist in chief has decreed that my countrymen and I have the choice of becoming destitute vassals or enemies, and I'm choosing the latter. Meanwhile, your silence and the silence of all Americans in response to this aggression leaves me disheartened. That silence speaks volumes. We have heard you loud and clear how little our friendship as a country means to you. Goodbye to the image of America I once held dear, the America of Miles Davis and Cannonball Adderley and James Brown, of George Gershwin and Aaron Copland, of Norman Mailer and Kurt Vonnegut and Mark Twain, of Martin Luther King and Franklin D. Roosevelt. Goodbye to what I envied as the country that prided itself on encouraging unparalleled innovation in science, art, and business. Any good that remains of it has been overshadowed by rapacity, cheap commercialism, and egotism. Goodbye to that ever-present sense of inferiority I once had when considering the relationship between Canada and America. What doubt I had of our own greatness is gone, and in its place is a certitude that Canada is superior to the US in all the ways that matter. I look across the border now and see a violent, burgeoning autocracy, now ever on the edge of civil war, and a population that is either cheering on this new brutalism or quaking in fear from it. Goodbye to tepid patriotism. If Trump has done us any favor, it's awakening us to the fact that we can no longer take Canada's existence for granted, that the bad actors in the world have begun to look covetously upon our improbably vast land that is laden with riches, that they want those riches, and that niceness as a national character is not enough to dissuade them from taking them. Schoolyard bullies don't want to be buddies. They want your lunch. And after a long era of living a geopolitical life of convenient economic and military subservience, we've awakened to the fact that we are going to have to relearn our independence and fight any way we can to keep it. Goodbye to living under the American nuclear umbrella, or any form of American hegemony. Goodbye to negotiation, wheedling, genuflecting, or feel-good hands across the border fairy tales. The American government has shown that established alliances mean nothing to it, and so cannot be trusted. In Trump's New World Order, all the old verities are off the table, so let's make new ones. do levy tariffs, as we've promised to do, and do grit our way through the inevitable economic pain that will come. Rearm as if we were on a war footing, because we are on a war footing. Conduct a mother of all public relation campaigns that let Americans know how badly they are perceived in the world, that they've gone from the shining city on the hill to just another empire with the same tired territorial ambitions as Russia or China. Do anything to impress upon Americans that their government is without real friends or allies, and that they, in essence, are alone. So goodbye, America. It's been nice knowing you, but I don't know you anymore. I've reached that point in our relationship where any admiration I have had for you has been replaced by a new angry resolve, which is, I won't consort with the enemy.